All right, welcome back to Shop Nation. I'm here with Eric Brunson again. We're doing a podcast
Yo,
on. We're going to talk bunch about different things. We're going to have a new segment that we're going to introduce today. It's going to be our first time doing it, but first I want to ask you, Eric, what's your expectations this upcoming season? How do you think it's going to go?
that's a good question. Honestly, I really don't know. Um, I want us, obviously, I think we should expect to see more than 6 wins this season. Um, it all depends on how the O-line plays. It depends on how Tommy is going to play too.
Hmm.
Um, I expect, I expect the run game to be the best it's been since 2023, I guess,
Yeah.
we really don't know who the number one running back is right now. Um,
No.
but pair that with Tommy's running ability, I feel like even though we have an elite running back room, I feel like um, pairing that up with Tommy's ability to run, I think that
Hmm.
should help us. And this is the best team that Tommy Castellanos has been on.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Defense, defense. That one's hard to be honest. It all depends on how the defensive line, because we got to create pressure with that 3-3-5. We're gonna have more people in the secondary this time. Last year I believe we ran a 4-3 with Adam Fuller
Hmm.
and a 4-3-4. Um, I mean, it all depends on how good we are with the D line. We got some guys on the D line. Darrell Jackson. If he plays to the best of his ability, we're gonna be a good squad this year. But yeah, I fully expect us to win more than 6 games. I feel like 8 is doable. 9-3 is, I wouldn't say it's a stretch, but I mean, yeah, like I said, we already got 2 games that aren't in our favor. We got Clemson and Alabama. I don't really know about Florida and Miami. Um, Miami got a new quarterback. Carson Beck, not the best quarterback. You saw him struggle late in the year. He just came off injury too. Then you got DJ Lagway. In my opinion, he's overrated.
Hmm.
Um, hasn't really shown that he can play against good teams. Um, but what about you? What are your expectations?
Um, Really, I basically kind of what you said about 6-6. I do think we could have more than 6 wins. I think if we do that, obviously that's already a drastic improvement from
Yeah.
where we are right now, currently, or where we were last year. And I think the new coordinators coming in. I think they are really
Hmm.
gonna help.
Yes.
Obviously you got Gus Malzahn and he's got a ton of experience as a head coach and offensive coordinator. He was an offensive coordinator on that Cam Newton team that won the national championship in 2010, I think it was.
Yeah.
But he has a ton of experience, just him himself, and plus all these transfers we got in. It's really it's hard to it's hard to say right now because you haven't seen them. Obviously they got practice clothes. You can't even see any practice. You're just hearing information, and from what I've heard, obviously they sound like they're doing good and they're gelling. But I think we'll really just see that come season. It's hard to say as right now, but
Yeah.
I think with the introduce with the Tommy coming in and Deuce and all them guys, Luke Pettimon on the offensive line, the center.
Yeah.
I think it's really going to help in the trenches too with him because we got some experience, but
Hmm.
and we got some transfers, so we got a good mix of both, and they all really do have experience at a certain level. Um, but I really expect a big jump from last season. Obviously, I expect more than 6 wins.
Yeah.
I think I think it might be pushing it, saying 8 or 9. I think we could get 8. Uh,
I think 8 is seeable. Yeah.
I think as an FSU fan, you're proud with 8 for sure. I mean,
100%.
really,
Yeah.
you're proud with 8. I think 9 would probably be pushing it just because of, you know, I mean, we got Miami, who's expected to be good. I don't, hot take on them. I really don't think they're going to be good this year.
Mhm.
I don't think,
No, I see what you're
they're
saying.
dropping off from Cam Ward to Carson Beck, and they didn't even make an ACC with Cam Ward. And obviously, there's speculations around him and whether or not he was doing that to drop his draft stock because he didn't want to go to the Titans, which he ended up there anyway. But
Yeah.
honestly, I think like you pretty much what you said, you know higher than 6 wins. I say you have to get higher than 6 wins if you're Mike Norvell.
100%.
Anything less than that, I don't think you're gonna. I think we're gonna have a new coach come next season, to be honest. But if you get more than 6 wins, I think his job's gonna be safe. As an FSU fan, I'm hoping for an 8-win season.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's my take on it.
On
And
the on the
what were we
note
gonna say?
of, you said if you're Mike Norvell, you had to win at least 7 games at the most,
Hmm.
or not the most, at the least. Um, do you have any head coaches in mind that you would love to see if Mike Norvell doesn't work out?
Um, I have I actually was talking about it yesterday with someone. I think let's see, who was it? I know I mentioned Syracuse's coach,
Yeah, I
Fran
think Fran
Brown.
Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good coach. Yeah,
Yeah. I think him.
elite recruiter
uh,
too.
yeah, yeah. I think he would be one of my top ones, obviously.
Okay.
I like what he's done at Syracuse. I mean, Syracuse isn't really known for being a great football program, but he has really improved and helped them. I would like to see him. I feel like that is a realistic scenario. Get him if that were to happen.
Hmm.
I do love Mike though. I really hope that he has a good
Yeah.
season this year because I would love to see Mike, do more for this program.
Hmm.
Uh, what about you? What do you think?
I personally, I got two. Well, Fran Brown included it would be three, but I feel like we can go after, not really go after because he's already on the coaching staff. Pat Surtain. He's
Hmm.
elite. He's an elite developer, especially on the defense. Like I said yesterday on the podcast, he has already put in like 3 or 4 DBs in the league, and they're all doing extremely well.
DBU for a
Um,
reason.
yep, DBU. And then Tony White, the defensive coordinator right now. Um, I could see him, but it would be, I believe, his first head coaching job. So
Yeah.
but as long as so far as he's been here, he's been recruiting at an elite level. Um, you see the defensive line is one of the best we have in this 2026 recruiting class. Another another question I was going to ask you too. Well, not really. I want to see consistency with the defense.
Hmm.
Last year we struggled on third downs. And I mean, and to be fair, we we couldn't really stay on the field on offense. So if we can stay on the field and off, I feel like our defense can definitely be. I wouldn't say top 10, top 15, top 20. I'd say out like a top 25, top 30 defense.
The
Um,
defense is going to give you, fits.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but and then it all starts with the offensive line on offense.
Hmm.
If we can't if we can't produce on the offensive line, the run game's going to suck. The pass game's going to suck,
Yeah.
and it's just going to tear down the team mentally like it did last year. But
Yeah. If you don't have a good line or a good, O line, you're really just at that point relying on Tommy's legs, and he's
yeah,
gonna win you some games, even even if it's real bad. But you're not gonna be in that 8-win,
yeah,
column.
no, not at all.
Uh, yeah, I think we're starting a new segment to this podcast. It's on at the chop block. You get a minute Let me set a timer here real quick. I'm going to do, let me just explain it. A minute of me just asking you questions just off the top of my
Okay.
head, and you just got to give me answers
All right.
as quick as you can so I can get on to the next one. All right, let me set this minute timer. All right. Who is your dark horse on this FSU team this year?
A dark horse.
Yes.
That's a good one. But I'm gonna go Elijah Moore, receiver. Uh, we didn't see much of him last year, but he's got. I think he's 6'4". Um, not. I've heard he's had a few good practices here and there. But you got guys like Deuce Robinson and what's his face, Squirrel White. They're going to be the starters, but I feel like Elijah Moore. Yeah,
Who is the best active coach right now?
best active coach.
Yeah, right now.
I gotta go. I gotta go Kirby Smart. He's him and Dabo got the most championships. But Kirby Smart has consistently put Georgia in the playoffs and in the national championships. So yeah, Kirby Smart.
Good answer. Who is, oh, well, there's the timer.
Hmm.
That's gonna be a good question. All right.
All right.
Now you can do it for me. You want me to set the minute timer and tell you when to go? Now I'm on the chopping block, and you ask me as many
Okay.
questions in the
Yeah,
minutes, man.
we'll do that. Okay.
All right, starting now.
Okay. Who do you think the best defensive coordinator in college football is?
Defense coordinator. Um, I'm gonna have to be biased. Give me Tony White.
Okay. Okay. I like that.
No,
Um.
he did a lot at Nebraska. He really did. That defense was good at Nebraska. I think it can translate over here too, and I think he's a. If you would have asked Dark Horse defense coordinator, I would have said him too because he's not talked about a whole lot. But he's a coordinator that can, he knows how to coach defense, and he's done it well.
Yeah. Okay. Who do you think is the who has the best odds to win the SEC in your opinion?
Um, that's a good question. I'm gonna say Georgia. It's a basic answer,
Georgia.
but I'm saying Georgia.
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
Hmm.
Um. Okay.
You can get one if you want to. I think I got three for you, didn't I? Did I do
Let me see.
three?
I think you did too. I think you did too.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah. So that was the first introduction of the chopping block. We'll be adding that probably every video, but we'll probably might need to bump it up next one. We'll probably do like 2 minutes or something like that.
Okay.
But do you have any questions for me?
Um. Do you think? Okay. If we have a successful year, do you think it's a job somewhere else? Because I mean, you're looking at him. He's a great developer right now. Uh, he was a
Who,
former head coach, I believe. Pat
who are you talking
Sertan.
about? Oh, Pat
Pat
Surtain.
Sertan.
Okay.
He was a former head coach in high school, I believe, American Heritage in South Florida.
Hmm.
Do you feel like his job is safe right now at Florida State, or do you think there's a possibility he goes elsewhere?
Um, I hope he stays, obviously from a
Yeah,
fan point of view, because he does help bring in a lot of talent, recruiting wise too. Uh,
yeah,
I think it is possible that he would,
hmm
but I think if the right opportunity came, he would. But
hmm
I think it really depends on how well we do this year, honestly.
yeah,
I think if we have another bad year, we're probably gonna clear house with some of the guys we've had for a while now and get some new guys in, coaching
hmm
wise. But I mean, I hope he stays. But if we have another bad year, I wouldn't be surprised to see him get booted.
yeah. I would love for him to stay too. Uh,
Yeah, I love
the
Pat.
Florida State's always had great DBs, but
Hmm.
I think really since like Derwin James, Jalen Ramsey, this is that we had a little few years where we weren't really putting as much DBs. We had Akeem, not Akeem Dent, Asante Samuel Jr. But
Mhm.
other than that, you really don't see much elite Florida State DBs. And then we hire Pat Surtain, and
Mhm. Jerry on.
you see Jerry and Jones go from okay, he was all right, and then he's elite, and then you see
Yeah.
Ronaldo Green. I don't even, I didn't personally, I didn't even know he was on the team until 2022, and then I was like, dang, this guy's really good.
Who'd you
And
say?
then uh, Ronaldo Green, because
I'll be honest, I didn't know that either.
I don't think he started in 2021. I believe it was uh, what's his name? I don't remember the kid's name. Oh, Jarvis Brownlee, and
Mhm.
a few other guys. But you know, he's taken our our DB room and turned him to elite level talent. Because I mean, Jarvis Brownlee, as much as I liked him, he just, I mean, you saw uh the Jacksonville, not the Jacksonville State, yeah, I believe Jacksonville State game. He
Mhm.
had a
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not gonna blame it on him because I don't know why we weren't in prevent, but he gave up a touchdown that lost us, I believe, our first FCS loss in school history. But yeah, Pat Surtain has really taken this DB room and turned them to elite competitors, elite DBs. We saw Az Thomas
Yeah.
last year. He just got drafted by the Jets. He's been really good. So
Yep. I agree. I don't know of any questions off the top of the head.
what was that question you're gonna ask me in the chopping block segment?
Oh, what was that? I can't remember.
Okay.
Can't remember. It'll probably come to me in a second.
Yeah.
Oh, who's the top QB in the country right now
Hop. Okay. That's
coming
actually
coming
a
into
good
this
question.
season?
You know, I think I'm gonna have to go to South Carolina and say either Lenore
Norris.
Sellers or Cade Klubnik. I feel like that game in the last game of the season for both of them. I feel like that's gonna be a Heisman. That's gonna be a Heisman game right there. I mean, both of them elite level guys. I think I had the stats for Cade.
Yeah, I do too. He's one of my
He had
guys.
he averaged almost, he had 260 yards per game last year. Uh, Lenore Sellers had 2,500 pass yards. Um, both of them, both of them have a good receiving core around them.
Hmm.
Cade has better weapons by far, but
Oh yeah, Lenore's
both,
also has some good legs too. He had
yeah,
655 on the
yeah,
ground.
he did, yeah. But I think that it comes down to those two. I'm gonna say Cade Klubnik just because he's got more experience and more weapons, but
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I think he's the best quarterback, to be honest. Cade or Norris at a close second. Yeah.
yeah. Those were the two I was thinking about earlier. I didn't
Oh,
choose one that I don't know. It's really a toss up between them two. The experience of Cade, but he does have more weapons to use too.
yeah. Not to mention, Lenore Sellers only played in like 5 or 6 games last year, and he had 2,500 yards. So
No, yeah,
I
yeah,
think, yeah, he's gonna be a good guy. He's gonna be a good quarterback,
yep, yep,
especially more experience. If he can play all 12 games, yeah, he's gonna be a guy. Yeah.
yep. I think that's gonna wrap up today's segment. We're gonna do one tomorrow with Tomahawk Chop. We're bring him in. We're gonna ask some questions about Heisman hopefuls and the national championship contenders for next season, and we'll talk a little bit about our tight end room and how they're looking coming into the season. And we'll get back with you tomorrow. See you, Chop Nation.